You think rage is your greatest weapon, don't you? Screaming, breaking things, lashing out. You believe that'll make them regret what they did. But let me tell you something. Anger is easy. It's what they expect, what they want. The moment you lose control, they win. They'll sit back, label you unstable, and rest easy. But silence, that's a weapon they don't anticipate. Silence isn't just a lack of words, it's a refusal to give them what they crave. When you stay silent, you deny them satisfaction. That denial is the slowest, most painful punishment. Think about it. Every insult, every trap, it's bait. They want you to react. But when you stand there, calm and unshaken, you break them. Their confidence cracks, their control slips. Your silence becomes deafening, a constant reminder of their failure. And that silence will haunt them far more than any outburst ever could. Now, I'm not saying bury your pain. Pain is a powerful tool. It shapes you, toughens you, but don't let them see it. Mold your pain into something they can't touch. Why are diamonds so valuable? Because they endure years of relentless pressure in silence. Be like that diamond. Let the weight press down on you, but never let it break you. Let them see something indestructible. Walking away isn't weakness. They'll call it that, say you're afraid. But walking away is power. It says, you're not worth my time. It's the difference between sinking into the mud and rising above it. When you leave them shouting at nothing, you've already won. They'll hate it. They'll hate that you didn't stoop to their level. That's the beauty of silence. It doesn't just protect you, it dismantles them. They'll replay every moment, trying to figure out where they lost control. And you'll be miles ahead, untouchable. There was a man who spent years plotting revenge. When he finally stood over the ruins of those who wronged him, he felt nothing. Revenge doesn't heal, it festers. The real revenge. Success. Moving on. Building a life so full that their existence becomes meaningless. What hurts more? Seeing someone weep over you or seeing them thrive without you. That's why you stay silent. That's why you rise. Nothing crushes an enemy faster than showing them they have no power over you. Here's the truth. Most people don't care about your pain. They won't lose sleep over your tears or your scars. They'll step on you, laugh, and move on. So why waste your breath trying to make them understand? Let your actions speak. Let your silence scream. There's a saying, the wolf doesn't concern itself with the opinion of sheep. Be the wolf. Strong, silent, unbothered. The sheep will bleat, try to drag you down, but a wolf stands tall. It watches, it waits, and when it moves, it's with purpose. Want them to feel what you felt. Don't yell, don't cry, just stop. Stop chasing them. Stop explaining yourself. Stop giving them a reaction. Your silence will echo louder than any words. It'll gnaw at them, keep them awake at night, wondering why you don't care anymore. In that wondering, they'll destroy themselves. You've got a choice. Let their words shackle you, or let your silence set you free. Freedom is lonely, dark, and cold. Not everyone can handle it. But those who can, they become legends. They think they own you. Every insult, every slight, every backhanded compliment. It's all a game to control you. And for a while, you let them. You let their words define you. But the moment you stop reacting, you take back the power. Silence isn't just a response. It's rebellion. It declares their words meaningless. When they realize they've lost control, when they can't get under your skin, that's when the tables turn. People thrive on control. They need to feel in charge. But when you go silent, you cut the strings of their puppet show. And when they lose control, they panic, they crumble, they break. Expectations are cages. People will build boxes around you, filled with their rules and limits. Every time you step outside, they'll try to shove you back in. But you don't owe them anything. Not your explanation, not your compliance, not your pain. You weren't put on this earth to meet their expectations. The sooner you stop trying, the sooner you'll see how small their box really is. The world outside their rules is infinite. It's yours. Silence is the key. Stop explaining. Stop justifying. Stop playing their game. When you stop playing, they lose. What really haunts people isn't what they've done, but what they didn't do. The words left unsaid, the chances not taken, and most of all, the people they lost. One day, they'll look back at how they treated you. They'll replay every conversation, every argument, every moment they made you feel small. And they'll see you standing there, silent, unbroken, and gone. Regret is a slow poison. It eats away at the soul. The worst kind of regret? Realizing someone is better off without you. That's the regret you'll leave them with. Not through anger or revenge, but through the undeniable truth of your absence. The best revenge isn't being remembered, it's being forgotten. When someone forgets you, it means you've taken away their significance. They wanted a role in your story, as the hero or the villain. But when you move on, when you go silent, you strip them of that role. They become a footnote in a book still being written. And that's a wound time won't heal. Humans are wired for connection. We crave attention, validation, acknowledgement. Silence disrupts that. It creates a void they can't fill. In their confusion, they'll unravel. Your silence forces them to confront themselves, and most people can't handle what they see. In a world obsessed with noise, silence stands out. It demands attention. When you're silent, you control the narrative. Silence isn't passive, it's strategic. It plants seeds of doubt, making them question everything. And that's when you've already won. Games, mind games, emotional games, power games, they'll push your buttons, poke at your insecurities. Most people fall for it. They react, they play along. But not you, not anymore. When you refuse to play, you're flipping the board. You're showing them their tricks don't work. And nothing frustrates a manipulator more than losing control. They'll try harder, get louder, get nastier. But the harder they try, the weaker they look. And you just keep walking. Silent, unbothered, invincible. Here's a secret about people. They hate looking in the mirror, the emotional mirror. They hate facing their flaws, their failures, their fears. And that's what your silence does. It turns into a mirror, forcing them to see themselves. When someone lashes out, it's not about you, it's their own pain spilling over. When you don't react, when you stand silent, you make them face their demons. And most people would rather burn the world down than face themselves. Your silence is a fortress, impenetrable. No matter how hard they try, they can't break through. They can yell, scream, throw everything at you, but those walls won't crack. While they exhaust themselves, you conserve your energy. You grow stronger. When the dust settles, you'll still be standing, unbothered, victorious. Silence isn't easy. It's not for the weak. It takes strength, discipline, and patience. It forces you to face yourself, to confront your demons. But in doing so, it makes you stronger. Most people can't handle that. They'd rather drown in noise than sit in silence. But not you. You're different, stronger. And that strength will take you places they can only dream of. You've seen it. People crumbling under their own arrogance. The louder they are, the harder they fall. Pride is fragile. It's built on ego, and it doesn't take much to shatter. Every time you stay quiet, you're holding on to real power. When you rise above their noise, piece by piece, you're chipping away at everything they've built. One day it's all going to come down. They'll fall, not because of anything you did, but because they carried their own pride too long. And you'll be long gone, so far ahead that you won't even hear the crash. Success doesn't whisper, it roars. It's louder than any insult or argument. When you succeed despite every attempt to break you, that's the ultimate payback. But success doesn't come overnight. It takes time, effort, and above all, silence. While they waste their energy on distractions, you're working, you're growing. When you reach the top, they'll realize they'll never catch up. Not now, not ever. One day you'll look back at the pain, the struggles, the people who tried to break you, and you'll see something incredible. They didn't break you, they built you. Every insult, every setback, every doubt, they all shaped you into someone unstoppable, unbreakable, a force that commands respect. Your silence, it's more than just keeping quiet. It's a statement of strength, resilience, and the power to rise above. When people talk about you, they won't mention those who hurt you. They'll talk about how you stood tall, how you let your silence roar louder than anything else. So, what will you choose? Will you get sucked into their chaos? Or will you rise above? Will you let their words control you? Or will your silence speak for you? Because in the end, your silence will crush them in ways anger never could. And you'll walk away stronger, wiser, untouchable. The choice is yours. But remember, the loudest screams are the ones no one hears. Silence isn't just a defense, it's a revolution. It's you saying, I'm done playing by your rules. Revolutions don't need speeches or banners, they need resolve. Quiet, deliberate action. When you choose silence, you stop feeding the fire. You let it burn itself out, and from the ashes you'll build something stronger, something unshakable. That's the power of silence. It doesn't just protect you, it transforms you. It's not about ignoring them, it's about outgrowing them. Think of a tree. When its roots are too small, it doesn't stay stuck. It pushes through the pavement. That's your silence. It's you breaking through their expectations, their judgments, their limitations. Once you break through, there's no turning back. People toss words around carelessly, insults, lies, accusations. They throw them without thinking about the damage. But words have weight, and if you're not careful, they can crush you. That's why silence is so powerful. It's your refusal to carry their burden. You're not their trash can. You're not their punching bag. You're a fortress. And a fortress doesn't crumble under words. It stands tall, strong, unbreakable. When you stay silent, you take away the power of their words. You strip them of their ability to hurt you. And that drives them crazy. Because people like that need to feel important. They need to feel like they matter. Your silence shows them they don't. Letting go sounds easy, but it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Because letting go isn't just moving on. It's realizing that some people, some situations, aren't worth your time. Here's the truth. Not everyone deserves a place in your life. Not everyone should have access to your heart or your energy. Letting go is your way of claiming your space back. It's you saying, I deserve better. It's about choosing peace over chaos, strength over weakness, growth over stagnation. And that choice, that's where your real power lies. Ever noticed how much energy it takes to react, to argue, to defend yourself? It drains you. And for what? To prove a point? To win an argument? Let me tell you this. Real winners don't waste energy on petty battles. They save it for what truly matters. Every time you react, you're giving them a piece of yourself, your energy, your peace, your focus. And for what? So they can feel validated? Number. Your silence is your shield, your way of conserving your power. And when the time comes to fight, you'll be ready. While they're exhausted from their little struggles, you'll be strong, focused, and unstoppable. Loneliness is tough. Strength is often lonely. Silence can feel lonely. But that loneliness, that's where you discover who you truly are. When you're surrounded by noise, it's easy to forget yourself. But in silence, there's nothing to hide behind. Just you, raw and real. That's where true growth happens. It's not easy, it's not glamorous, but it's necessary. The strongest people, those who changed the world, are the ones who embraced silence and emerged stronger than ever. The people who try to tear you down, they're scared of you. They'll mock you, call you names, try to make you feel small. But deep down, they're afraid. Afraid of what you could become. Afraid of your power. Afraid that you... And then there's the future. That's where you're headed, right? Not the past. Not the people who try to break you, but the life you're creating. The empire you're building. Your silence is the foundation of that empire. It gives you the strength to keep going, no matter what they throw at you. And when your empire stands tall and strong, they'll look up and realize they were never part of it. They'll try to worm their way back in, but by then, it'll be too late. You'll have built something too powerful to be touched. So here's the deal. You can keep wasting energy on people who don't deserve it. Or you can choose silence. You can choose strength. You can choose to rise above. The choice is yours. But remember this. Your silence isn't just a reaction. It's a weapon. It's your legacy. And one day, they'll realize it was the loudest thing they've ever heard. The world is full of noise. People shout, argue, make scenes. It's all just empty noise. But you? You don't need to add to it. You don't need to be a part of it. When you choose silence, when you refuse to engage, you become something rare, something different. And people fear what they don't understand. Your silence makes you unpredictable. They can't read you. They can't control you. They can't manipulate you. And that terrifies them. Because in their noisy little world, your silence is a reminder of everything they can't have: peace, strength, control. How people treat you often has nothing to do with you. It's about their insecurities, their fears, their failures. They project that onto you because they can't face it themselves. So when they try to bring you down, it's not about who you are. It's about who they're not. They see in you everything they lack, and it eats them alive. But when you react, you validate their actions. You give them permission to keep treating you that way. Your silence denies them that validation. It forces them to face the weight of their actions. And trust me, that weight is heavier than they think. Ever watch a predator in the wild? A lion, a wolf, a hawk. They don't waste energy chasing every little thing. They wait. They watch. They choose their moment. That's what makes them deadly. You need to do the same. Don't waste your energy reacting to everything. Stay still. Stay focused. Choose your battles wisely. Stillness isn't weakness. It's strategy. It's control. And in a world full of chaos, stillness is power. It's you saying, I don't need to prove anything. I'm above this. Anger burns fast and bright. It consumes everything. But it doesn't last. Silence, though. Silence stays. It lingers. It haunts them. Makes them question everything. Think about the last time someone hurt you. It wasn't the ones who shouted or made a scene. It was the ones who walked away. The ones who left you alone with your thoughts. Those are the ones you never forget. That's the power of silence. It doesn't just end things. It leaves a mark that doesn't fade. Do you know why they fear you? It's not because of what you've done. It's because of what you could do. Your potential scares them. Your silence reminds them that you're capable of things they can't even imagine. When you stay quiet, when you refuse to react, you make them fear the unknown. And that's what destroys them. Pain is inevitable. You can't avoid it. But here's the thing. Pain doesn't have to break you. It can shape you, make you stronger if you let it. Your silence is your way of taking that pain and turning it into power. It's you saying, yes, I'm hurt. Yes, I'm angry. But I won't let you see it. I won't let you win. Think of steel. It's forged in fire, shaped in silence. That's what your silence does for you. It makes you stronger, more resilient. It prepares you for everything that's coming. When the storm hits, when the chaos rises, your silence will be your shield. And nothing can break you when you're ready. So keep moving, keep quiet, keep building. The world won't see you coming. And when it does, it'll be too late. You'll be untouchable, unstoppable. And in the end, that silence will be your greatest revenge.